Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the attic.
I know.
Welcome
It's
to
wonderful
Arizona.
to be back.
It's wonderful to have you back.
Got to come here straight away. I haven't even been to the hotel yet. No, my bags are just by the door.
We'll get you there soon.
Yes, yes. I've always got to make a beeline to the attic. This is the most amazing store ever. And if you ever get the opportunity, you have to come here. This is the mecca of the stitching world. Now, in the last couple of weeks or so, I watched you do a video with Gary Parr of the Fibre Talk show, and you were doing your favourite samplers.
Well, some of them.
Some of them.
There are more.
I know. It's trouble, isn't it? You can't. It's like asking somebody for their favourite song. It depends what mood you're in.
Yes.
Yeah, so there we are.
And it depends on what's current. You know, there are several.
Yeah.
I'll have to do another one sometime with Gary because I have more to talk about.
Of course.
Samplers.
Anyway, I thought I would do my favourite samplers at the attic, and
That's great.
Well, whilst you've been working cutting linen, I've been going around filling my shopping basket, and I've also pulled some. I did have permission from Carolyn to pull some samplers. Now, I was here last year for summer school, and I saw something at summer school that I just have not been able to get out of my mind. And I was really pleased when I was talking to one of your ladies earlier on, and she said it had been released, and it is this one from the Scarlet House. And this is the model.
Yes.
Do you want to talk us through it, Jean?
Oh.
Okay.
Well, it's a mat.
Yeah. And
Tanya had it finished as a mat. Beth, our finisher, did it for her, and it's just lovely. And how clever.
that's a pin cushion, and the ribbon runs through.
Yes, through the back.
Yes, yeah.
So it holds tight.
At summer school last year, Pat had hers because she had done the class.
Okay.
You know, she had it. This wasn't part of summer school last year. I saw this in the show and tell, and Pat had bought hers, and she'd explained it to me, and I just thought, I love this so much.
Isn't it sweet?
So let's open it up. So you have this delightful sampler, and it's been finished into a needle mat. So you have your pin cushion, you have this little pocket, and it is just fabulous. I think that is so sweet, and when you see it in real life, it has so much impact. I love the they're more like strawberries than apples on the
Oh, yes.
yeah, should
I think so, too. They are strawberries.
Like, it doesn't
Beautiful.
matter how you finish this, it is absolutely gorgeous. And I love that the border this side are cotton reels.
Oh, I hadn't noticed that.
See, they're all little reels
Very
of
clever.
cotton.
Tanya's very clever.
She is, isn't she?
Mhm.
She is.
And talented. That ruler that's in the pocket, she painted.
Really?
But she said she won't do more of these.
But you can do that yourself. You practice first and then you can do it. If you can paint your fingernails, you could paint a strawberry. That is just absolutely beautiful. So I'm really, really thrilled that this is now available, and it is $20, and I reckon that's going to be $20 very well spent. Are there finishing instructions inside to finish it into the needle, or was that the class?
No, I believe there are finishing
instructions.
Although I'm not certain.
Should we have a quick peek and see? Let's have a look.
If there are.
Yes, there's finishing instructions inside.
Oh, yes, good.
Very clear finishing instructions as well. So that'll go in my basket, Jean.
And I love the polka dot. I'm in love with polka dots. And what a great finish for that.
That's lovely. So that was something that really, really, really caught my eye. And all you do is you roll it up and then you thread this through this way. Oh, my fingers are...
Oh, mine aren't much better, I'm afraid.
I've been stitching on the plane. I stitched all the way to Phoenix. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I'm sure it is. Yes, it's coming. So you just tie it through, I presume. And then you would just tie it off that way. So that is absolutely beautiful. Well done, Tanya, on another fabulous
Yes.
just sampler and the way of finishing it as well.
Yeah, if someone wouldn't want to finish it as a mat, they could frame
Just
it.
frame it.
Yes.
Just frame it.
Yes.
Hello everybody, we're here at a show and tell, and I just wanted to show you this beautiful row stitched by Pam Hornet. Pam, do you want to talk us through the piece?
This was a retreat piece from Dying to Stitch in April of this year, and the design is by Tanya Brockmeyer, the Scarlet House. This is a unique mat that you could lay out in front of you when you are stitching. And I loved how it was put together because you have your pin cushion with your initials, and then you have your sewing mat. We also had a little ruler that was hand painted by the Scarlet House Tanya, and our scissor fob, which was a little strawberry that we made from wool, and it set right there.
Oh, they're absolutely gorgeous. Now, when is this going to be available on general release?
I'm not exactly sure, but I think this will be available at market in 2019.
Oh, that's wonderful. We've got a lovely
Oh,
treat
and
to
here's a
look
little
forward to.
glass pin,
Yes.
strawberry, and for all the Adam and Eve lovers, this is a perfect stitching mat.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. Another thing I saw at summer school, and I believe this was part of
Yes,
the
it was.
class, was this sampler. I don't know if I pulled the chart for this. I'm going to, but I couldn't
I'll
find
go
them
get
at
it
the
for
time.
you.
Thank you. So now I haven't unpacked my glasses, but I've just picked up these glasses in my basket. These are coming home with me, so I'm going to use these, even though I've got the tag on. I haven't paid for them yet. This is Lucy, and it's a funny name, Schnushnell, 1847. And at the class last year, we talked a lot about this house, and it's very pretty the way it's been stitched.
Oh, I know where the charts are in the back.
Ah, right. And I think at summer school we had a really lovely talk about this sampler, which was great. And I believe, if I remember correctly, that these shaped roofs, this was like a facade, and this enabled people to climb up onto the roof to maintain the roof and to clean the chimneys. I think it was something like that. I was on the naughty table at summer school. We were talking a lot. I was on Jean's table. Anyway, this is so, so pretty. I love the colours on it, Jean.
Isn't it lovely?
Really, really beautiful.
And here's the chart.
Lovely.
And
So-
there's the antique
That's
the
the
back.
antique.
in the back.
Oh, there we are. There's the antique sampler. And there is the reproduction. You can see that's a very good reproduction. So that's Lucy Schnushnell, 1847, from Samplers Remembered. So I'm going to take this chart home with me as well, Jean,
All right.
because Sandra wants a copy of this.
Oh, I love the verse. A little health, a little wealth, a little house and freedom. And at the end, a little friend, a little cause to need him.
That's so sweet, isn't it? Very, very sweet. So that's another one of my favourite samplers walking around the store. And then whenever I have come to the attic, I always have to come and look at these samplers.
Oh, I love that I'm privileged to exhibit the antique along with the reproduction.
And this is Gloria Moore of My Lady's Needle.
Mm-hmm.
And that is absolutely fabulous.
And this is what started my journey with uneven weave linen, because this is done on 40 count, the reproduction, and this is on approximately 5260 original linen.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to compare the sizes.
Yeah. And, you know, we've got linen of that sort of size, haven't we, in the store at the moment?
Yes.
So if anybody wants to stitch this beautiful sampler, I have got the chart just there, actually, Jean. Whoops, just there. If anybody wants to stitch this sampler and you want it to be very, very close to the antique and stitch it on an even weave, that's possible.
Yes,
and
I've done the Tudor conversion for it.
Yeah, that's great. And if you want to stitch it on more traditional, well, I say more traditional, that is the traditional way,
right?
But the linen we're more used to. You have lots of linen here at the moment.
We
don't
do.
You?
We do. Beautiful linen.
You might not after I've cashed up.
Okay.
There we go.
And I forgot. Oh, we're also going to be treated to Lisa Miller's finished sampler that she stitched of this. She's bringing it for show and share.
Oh,
yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes,
that's wonderful. So, I love this sampler so much.
It's really sweet.
So precious, and a fabulous reproduction by Gloria.
In the Norfolk.
Oh yes,
sampler.
that's definitely a Norfolk. It's these that give that away. Definitely. Now, another sampler that I'll take these off. I saw.
But they're so cute.
Oh, these are in my basket.
Okay, good.
Right. Another sampler I saw at summer school, again, was in the show and tell, and it was one that Kathy Bourne had stitched. And obviously this is quite a famous sampler, and it was such a thrill to see a stitch version of this. Kathy, your stitching on this is fabulous. And it is Hannah Sanderson, 1849, by Claudia, Dutch Treat Designs, and this is a sampler.
She listened to the clamoring because it was originally printed in the magazine, the Needleworker magazine.
Yes.
And then so many of us wanted to stitch it, which was out of publication.
Yeah.
And so many of us wanted to stitch it, so she kindly brought it back
Yeah.
and did another version of it. The version in the magazine was altered a bit, the colors. They wanted to appeal to the masses, I think.
Right.
And this is more in the traditional, like the antique.
Yeah.
All right, this is Hannah Sanderson, and she happens to be an absolute stunning beauty of a sampler. Hannah's done with DMC. She's on 35 count relic. And I think that a few color changes, not many. I added a little bit of turquoise here. I toned up the mauve over here on this right-hand side. And I think she absolutely came out stunningly. She's actually an OOP pattern that has been reproduced by Dutch Treat Designs. And I'm sure if you're interested, you can call Jean over at the Attic Needleworks and she will get you a copy.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, when I come back in August, when I've got a bit more time, I'm hoping to go to Claudia's to see her collection.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's
How
going to be
exciting.
interesting. Yes, it is. Yeah, I've showed her mine, so she's going to show me hers.
Oh. Maybe she should have a tour.
Yes, we'll all go.
I want to see the orphanage samplers.
Oh, wait till you see the new orphanage sampler that she picked up while she was in England.
Oh.
And what was so lovely about that one, that there are so many motifs on there that you don't see a lot of on the Bristol orphanage sampler. So that was really interesting. Now, I've come here to teach a reversible sampler, but I think that one of the greatest band samplers that have been reproduced. Oh, it is a reproduction,
It's an original design by
right.
Darlene Osteen.
Right. Well, one of the most beautiful band samplers that are available to stitch, let's put it that way,
Yes.
is this sampler. This is a sampler that it's stunning to look at on the camera, but when you see it in person, it is drop dead gorgeous. And then when you put your glasses on or you get a magnifier and you study the sampler, Linda's stitching is superb.
I know. She really
It's a
has a skill,
masterclass in
yes.
stitching. Absolutely.
Yes. And she also published a stitch guide.
Yes.
Because there are so many things that she incorporated from her own knowledge
Yeah.
and changed some of the stitches or added
Yeah.
stitches.
Yeah.
So this was the original chart
Yes. Yeah.
for the sampler, and then Linda's stitch guide.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it?
And, there's every skill, well, not every skill, but there's so many different skills or stitches that have gone into this. It is fabulous. So if you come to the attic, please make a point of stopping and looking at this sampler. You will not be disappointed. So, and this is one of the lovely things about coming here. It's just the sheer number. How many samplers do you think you have in this store?
Perhaps a couple of hundred?
Oh, it's got to be a couple of
Yes.
hundred. Like 300 maybe?
Probably.
Yeah, easily I would imagine.
Well, I'm so fortunate because we have the designers right here in the area, and a lot of their reproductions, they have the original in their homes, so they allow the attic to exhibit their reproductions, and
Yeah.
that's what gives me my walls full.
Yes. Well, it's always a very great honour to have Hands Across the Sea samplers here on show.
Oh,
So
well, for us also.
now this is another beautiful sampler.
Oh, I love it.
And I can't remember seeing this one when I came here last. Can you tell me a bit about the sampler?
Well, I can just tell you that Vicki reproduced it and published it at Nashville, so the last time you were here, it wasn't available.
Right.
And it's 40 count vintage country mocha, but that is that the original? No.
Put my glasses.
I should know
Let me
this.
put your glasses
I
back.
yeah, I should know this because it doesn't.
I think this may be the model, Jean.
Okay, all right.
I think it might be.
It must be.
Yeah, very, very pretty. The colours on this are, again, probably not showing the best in this. I think probably we're sat in between lights here, but the colours are very, very beautiful on here.
And here's the chart.
And anything that Vicky and Megan do, it always feels lovely in the hand, and it's nice to have. So
She does a beautiful job in her publications.
Absolutely. Anyway, those were my favourite samplers on this visit, and I know that when I come back in August for summer school, that there'll be new samplers.
Yes,
Yeah,
there
there are
will.
always more.
Yes, there will be.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that quick look at Nicola's favourite samplers on her visit in June 2019. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.